डिक्टेशन शुरू होता है अब। दिस हैपन्ड अ लॉन्ग लॉन्ग टाइम अगो व्हेन द कैडर द फायर एंड द पाइन still had needles that yellowed and dropped in the autumn instead of saying green all winter. One day in those olden times, a hunter went out into the woods to catch something for his tribe. He was the cleverest and bravest hunter of his tribe. What game was scarce, and so he walked and walked. He went further than any hunter had ever dared to go until he saw a bog so vast that no beast could have crossed it. No bird could have flown across it. Only the frogs would be able to see what was on the other side, and they were not telling the hunter thought to himself, if the animals here can't cross this bog, what kinds of animals might live on the other side? The more he thought about it, the more curious he became. I must find out, he said to himself. Whatever happens, I must get to the other side. And so he took a good running start and leaped clear across the bog. He looked around in excitement, but everything looked the same. The same earth, the same grass, the same trees. Silly me, he said. There was no need to risk my life. Suddenly, his mouth dropped open. The wonder in a little clearing stood 7 rabbits. They were standing quietly waiting, but they were honest like horses. Suddenly, 7 people came out of 7 burrows in the earth, exactly like all pupil, only they were teeny miniature pupil. In fact, only when the rabbits flattened their ears were these little pupil taller than the rabbits. What when the rabbit's ears stood up, the pupil were smaller than the rabbits. Who are you? Asked the hunter. A terrible, huge beast has come into our land. We don't know where it came from. The other day, it caught one of our pupil and killed him. We are immortal. We never die. Ourselves. What? This beast killed one of us. You are a hunter. Can you help us in this trouble? Can you hunt down the beast? I don't see why not, answered the hunter. What to himself he wondered, will I be able to kill such a frightful beast? However, he was a hunter. The west of his tribe, and so he went out to track the beast. He looked and he looked, what could find nothing except the footprints of rabbit, just as he was about to give up. Suddenly, among the rabbit prints, he noticed the track of a shovel. Oh, that's too fine a query to miss, he said. First, I will trap the shovel, and then I will go on looking for this terrible, huge beast. He found the shovel's track, set a trap, and killed it. Then he skinned it and went on with his search. He walked the length and breadth of the little pupils, land what could not find any trace of the beast. Disappointed, he came back to the little pupil and said to them, I could not find your terrible, huge beast. All I have found was this shovel, and he showed them the little shovel skin. We are the pupil, said the tiny man. We are immortal. We wash ourselves in living water, and we never die. And who are you? I am a hunter. The little man clapped their hands with joy. Oh God, oh God, they cried in chorus. Full stop.